Alright, hey guys, it is Legend of Shadow. I am back. I had some, actually quite a few difficulties. First off, the rendering and editing system I use, called Sony Vegas Pro 10, it crashed on me and would not start, so I had to uninstall and reinstall it. And, yeah, that was messed up. And then Fraps was acting up, and, also, right now, it is summer for me. School's starting, well, in about a week. Just a little over a week, I think. So I had to do some stuff for that, and also, since it is summer, I play so much and use the internet so much that it's just, it burns so many gigabytes. For those that don't know, I have a Rogers plan, and my Rogers plan only has 40 gigabytes. I believe that is the maximum. If you guys maybe know if that is not the maximum, if that is the maximum, you can put it in the comments below, and maybe explain to me a bit more. I'm not too sure on it. I don't know too much about it, but I will make 1 or 2 videos per week, but I'm limited to playing, and lately I've been playing a lot of Galaxy Vampirism. It is a very fun game, and there's a game called Island Defense right here. These are basically the Titans, and the Titan is also the vampire, basically, in Galaxy Vampirism here. But I think it's more balanced because of the items that vampires have. But if you're a good builder, you can basically make sure that the vampires do not get in at all. But there are items that can get in, and then, of course, not everybody's a professional, so it's a very balanced game. It's a very fun game. So I'm going to be talking to you about the my favorite games. These are all the bookmarked games I have, and I don't know why there's 2 of these actually. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so this is basically a tug-of-war game, and you can read this. And basically, you could choose a hero. I believe there's 5 per team, or 6 per team, and there's 2 teams. I think you have a little bit of a difference in heroes, but I'm not quite sure about that. I think you have the same heroes. Anyway, you basically play against each other and see who can defeat which side. Anyway, next we have Squadron Tower Defense. Here, basically, mobs spawn from these little circles, and there are different modes that you can play in. As you can see, there are these little circles. They spawn, and then you build little towers that you cannot move, but the towers are monsters, basically. You know, like a marine or an aberration, that kind of thing. And they basically fight the mobs that spawn. And you have to make sure that they don't get to your security system, which is right here, for both. And if your security system is destroyed, well, then you're game over. Alright, next is Run Ling Run. This is basically, you can be either a scout, which is a Zergling that does not really care about much everybody else. It's just a really fast unit. Then you can be a Hydralisk, which can be either a really fast unit or a unit that revives everybody else that gets hit by these drones that are always on the map. Then there's a Baneling. You can see the images right here. The Baneling is more of a reviving. It's like a Stalker, basically. It has Blink, but the Blink has a cooldown, and you cannot shift Blink. Also, you have the Blink is to help save teammates that get hit by the drones. I suggest you try these games out. They're very fun. And there's also the Ultra, which is gotten by beating the boss, and I have not yet beaten the boss, but I haven't played this game that much. However, it is a very fun game. I suggest you do try it. Then there's also Special Forces Elite, Shared Income War. Notice it's shared income. So if you start with a unit, and you have to destroy all the structures on the map. It's a very big map, so it takes a couple of hours. It's a fun game, and it's updated constantly. Right now, I haven't really played it that much because it's well, it's kind of gotten very difficult, and I don't know. I've kind of grown to not like it that much. But you guys should try it. It was a very fun game. I think it still is. You just have to be more careful. Before, you could be more reckless with your units. And if you lose your unit at the start, you get 1 unit that you can choose in the lobby. If you lose that unit, just wait it out and buy a new unit. You know, It's not the end of the world. And then there's Minerals View on Final. Basically, you start with a probe, and you get different skins and different colors on your probe throughout the nights that you get through. So at first you have no abilities, no skins, no nothing, and then you'll see in the game like all the options, and then you basically have to get through the nights. It's kind of hard, I guess, but you can usually get there's a channel called Minerals right here, and you can go into that channel and try and find an organized game. Sorry, blanked out for a second. Anyway, Risk Revolution. This game is basically like the board game Risk, which is basically you have to conquer the whole world, and you start with like there's different modes, but you start with basically a small spot on the map, and you gotta capture everything else, and there are other players. Mafia. This game is more of a mind trick game. Basically, you start out and you gotta win. There's 3 different factions. There is the town, there's the mafia, and then there's the cult, or like neutrals. So mafia, town, and neutral. And you basically gotta make sure that the town people do not find out that you are one of the other 2 roles, and they can kill you, like hang you. But it's a majority vote. People have to vote. It's not just one person that decides it and just goes off of it. And each role has different mechanics and abilities, and it's a very fun game. It's more of a mind game. You don't really have to micro any units or anything. This game is basically like this game. You basically have to find a base, choose a hero, find a base, and build up. It is basically like Minerals. However, the only difference is that in Minerals, you have to gather one of these 4 minerals that you see on the little detail screen. This is the purple one is Plasma. That is mainly for cannons. Green is Vespine for upgrades. Blue is for walls and other like healers and other things. And then we have Rubies, which is for generators, and also you need there's combinations of each of the minerals for different buildings. And then there's Island Defense that I showed you guys. It's basically like Galaxy Vampirism. There is 2 factions. There is one Titan, and then there is two vampires in this. And you basically have to have there's basically builders in both, and you got to build up and survive. And then the vampire or Titan has to go and kill everybody. Of course, in excuse me, in both games, you have if you get killed by the Titan or the vampire, you turn into a Titan minion, or a vampire, or like a daughter or son of vampire, depending on which character you get. There's the Kerrigan, and then there's also an Ultra. And those are all of them. And last but not least, this is my favorite game of all time, Merchants RPG. Now this game is like on page 9, I believe. Let me just check on that. Yeah, it's on page 7 actually. And it's a very fun game, but people overlook it. And, you know, with all the new games out there, they're very fun. But this one is also very fun, but it's kind of forgotten. And if you guys could, I would like you guys to show some love for it. If you have Starcraft 2, please play it. It is an awesome game. You might have to wait for a little bit because there are basically no people in it. Like, you see if I join right now. See, there's like nobody. And you can go into the looking for custom games menu, and you can try and get some people. I suggest you have at least 1 merchant and a couple of heroes. Don't go all merchants. However, 2 merchants would be awesome, and if you have 2 merchants and 4 heroes, you know, 2 heroes per town, that'd be pretty good. And basically, you guys can read the description. You could pause it there, right there, and basically, what this game is you have the merchants that cannot get minerals, but the heroes can get minerals by killing Zerg mobs that basically spawn and come at you. What you have to do basically is get money. As a hero, get money and help pay and protect the merchant, because the merchant does not have very many defenses, and he cannot repair his defenses. Sorry, but basically, you buy units by giving minerals to the merchant. The merchant gives you basically gives you units to protect him. And it's basically a fun game because there's a hero, you can level up your hero, and then there's also units that you can use. And if you guys want to add me, if you guys want to add me and play this game sometime, my name is it's Shadow, and my character code is 2663, as you can see right there. If you guys want to add me, and I'll play this game with you. It's a very fun game. And that is basically it of all the bookmark games I have. So I'll be probably editing this segment and rendering it out and posting it. Alright guys, expect some Terraria, and then I hope to get some more subscribers. So maybe you guys can tell your friends about me. And then I'll be doing a new playthrough. You guys, it's a very old game that I like. And I hope that you guys will like it too. And yeah, see you guys. Peace.